Shalom. This is your host, Pastor Enoch Phiri. Welcome to The Journey, a program where we profile prominent members of our society who have made it against all odds. Today, in the studio, we are blessed once more to have Dr. Tommy. Dr. Tommy, welcome to our program.
Thank you for having me once again.
It was a blessing last week when you shared with us about how you got to know the Lord Jesus, how you made a decision to follow Jesus as your Lord and your Savior. That's beautiful. Yeah. Now, Doc, this happened when you were at the varsity. You were studying medicine, isn't it?
Yes.
Can you tell us more about that?
Well, my decision to study medicine was quite influenced by my parents as well. My dad specifically. Yeah. I've always wanted to be a doctor, but he made sure that that's a dream I pursue. And because there was also the music that was playing in the background. And so it was a decision that I had to take. I always thought if I become a doctor, I can still sing.
Wow.
So but the other way around.
You made this decision years earlier though.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But if I pursue music, I can't be a doctor.
Okay.
So I decided that if I want to do both, I must study medicine, because then once I've started and studied medicine, it becomes easy to just keep on singing. Because for me, singing was just singing. It was not something that I had to be trained in. I felt it was a gift that one would have and then pursue. So that's how I decided to went to varsity and started studying medicine. And when I was busy in varsity, I was still singing. At SCF and out, and then I joined HH where I started singing again, and that was in the later years of my medical studies. And I went to Pop Idols when I was doing my third year. I did Pop Idols. I think I was in the top 16.
Wow!
And I went out because I couldn't dance. I still don't dance even to this day.
Okay.
Avoid anything that requires me to dance.
That's one thing you and me have in common.
Yeah, no dancing. I've got two left feet. So, But you know, I think you know what you really are called for, and I think medicine in itself is a calling to help people, and it has helped me and structured me in how I deal with ministry itself, even with music itself. You learn a lot of things by serving people medically. You know, it teaches you patience. It teaches you to always care about the life of people, and you're always trying to save lives. Always trying to save lives. Always trying to make sure that people live healthy, and translate that to the music. It's exactly what you do.
Wow.
You calling people to life. You know, you're speaking about joy. You're speaking about happiness. You're speaking about Christ, and that itself is calling people to life. And so the two are, for me, very intertwined. I always say that during the day, I speak to people's physical ailments and needs medically. But when I sing, I speak towards emotional and spiritual.
Wow.
And so it's a holistic type of healing. Yeah. So it's been an interesting journey to try and balance out both.
Wow. So while you were at the varsity, you were singing full time, and you were studying medicine full time.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I was singing full time. Yeah. I was studying full time.
You were studying full time.
But I didn't even have a recorded album.
Okay.
So, and I don't think anybody knew me except people who were within the varsity who would see me on Sundays or Wednesday services when I was at SCF. So the music was more a part-time thing, weekends and during services.
Okay.
But I was doing medicine full time. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Now fast forward. You have graduated from a medical school.
Yeah.
How does this link up together with music once more? You are now practicing medicine.
Yeah. I'm in Wombath.
Okay.
I'm doing my community service.
Okay.
And I think something is missing. There must be more to life than what I'm doing now. And I'd gone through my internship already. So I sit one day, I get an album from. Actually, I had a song, ordered an album from the States. It was Donald Lawrence, The Law of Confession.
Yeah.
Got that album. I go to the post office, pick up the album. It was delivered. I'm driving home. I put the album in the CD player in the car, and I'm driving to the house. That blew me away, man. Like, I was listening to that album and I was thinking, this is what I really want to do. Why am I not writing again? Because I stopped writing at that point. I thought, why am I not writing? Why am I not making music? Because this ministers to me. And I got home and I started writing. I did my first album, which did not even have distribution. But my inspiration for it was actually Donald Lawrence's album, The Love Confession. And had the album. I was traveling a lot to Polokwane. You know, when I knock off, I'd go to Polokwane to studio. Would work, come at 3 a.m. in the morning, and in the morning I'm back at work. For a couple of weeks, we were up and down. And the album got done, and we tried to sell it to a couple of people, and people who bought it loved it. And they bought it from the boot, but no distributor wanted it. It was an album. Everybody was complaining. It's just new content here. There's no recycled. There's no song that you listen to that is common that people would quickly grab onto. This won't sell. So,
did that discourage you?
To a point, I stopped. At a point, you get tired of selling from the boot because you only have this much reach. And I'm not such a selling person. You'll not see me going around with CDs, buy my CD. That's not my space. So I would fail at that job. And so I stopped at some point. I stopped doing it. Got a few invites here and there, people who had me close, and I stopped. And 2015, in the beginning of the year, I decided this must be done. It really must be done. I just had an edge. I just had songs that were burning me.
Okay.
I thought I'm going to write new songs. I'm going to try again, and I'm going to do it big. I was already in private practice by then.
Now, this time you are not influenced by people's opinions who wanted you to do songs which were recycled.
No. Even my first album, I did original songs only. And those songs, that's the reason people or record labels refused to distribute them for me. So I've always been about, it must be new, it must be fresh, we must sing unto the Lord a new song. And went to private practice, saved up some money for projects that I wanted to do. Started writing songs. It was about a week or so that I took out time and I just wrote songs and started rehearsing for about 6 months. And we were rehearsing with the band and the musicians, teaching them the songs. And we recorded that album 2015, Love and Grace, 1st of August.
Wow.
And we had a sold-out show, and we just did a bit of promos on Facebook. I always say when I started this journey, I had a Facebook page for 3 years that had 1,600 people. That was not going anywhere. It was stuck at, it was like I'd reached my ceiling. 1,600 people. And it was not growing for some reason, but I was not even engaging anybody on it. We did the recording in August. Everybody that left that recording had something to say amazing about the album. The recording itself, people were ministered to, and there was hope. It was an expensive exercise to do.
I can imagine.
Very expensive. I put in all my savings, took it to the States for mastering, for mixing.
Wow.
And the guy who mixed it, Shane T. Wilson, is a Grammy Award-winning engineer. So you could imagine the cost of that.
I can imagine.
But I just wanted to make sure that it's done excellently and well. And we did that process. Still no distributor. I had the master of Love and Grace, and I didn't have a distribution company. Went to a lot of companies, knocked. Everybody was like, this won't work. This won't work. It absolutely won't work because it's too new, it's too modern, it's too different from what we used to. The market won't buy it. And I thought, well, that's fine. I'll keep knocking until I found, until I got a call. Somebody said, can I meet with you? I'm interested in your project. I had a couple of songs. I put a song on YouTube, Nothing Without You. That was the first song I put out.
Doc, can we take a music break?
Yeah.
Maybe we can enjoy this one, Nothing Without You. Yeah. And stay tuned. God bless you. welcome back. I'm in conversation with Dr. Tumi, and I hope you enjoyed this beautiful, beautiful song. Now, Doc, you put this song, the one that we've just listened to on YouTube.
Put that up on YouTube, and it went viral. Like everybody was talking about the song, and one of the distributors picked it up from there. Actually, somebody told him, a friend of mine, Pastor Nay, told him and said, have you seen the song? Have you heard this song? Have you heard this guy? And we ultimately got a meeting, and long story short, he decided, okay, we'll give it a shot. We'll do a distribution deal for you. And the issue now became the time, because I dropped it in February.
Okay, that is 2015.
2016 now.
2016,
yeah.
Okay.
That was 5-6 months after it was recorded.
Yeah.
So we put it out on YouTube in Feb. The album came out in May. The pressure I got to get it into stores between the time I put out the video and the date, it was amazing. People were going to stores, begging stores for the album. It just kept building up. So stores now wanted it. And we put it out the last week of April going into May. Within a couple of weeks, it was flying off shelves. It was really, we were charting #1 on every platform that you can think of. And that went on for months. On music charts, we were #1. I mean, I remember one of the big brands was there at #1, and my distributor said, there's no way you can go and become #1 above them. And that was the second week of the release. By the third week, we were #1 on the charts, outselling even secular musicians for that matter.
Wow.
We're #1 on iTunes for the longest of period at that point. And within 2 months, we had reached gold. And this was a new album. And in just a little bit over 4 months, we went platinum. But the music grew. The page grew from that 1,600 that was there for years.
Yeah.
And I think now it sits at almost 150,000 people on it. But I don't get satisfied with things that are conventional, because I think you must listen to God. Absolutely. And listen to where He's leading you and do what He wants.
And you know what's beautiful about it is that you remained consistent to your convictions, where you felt a need to make new songs.
Absolutely. And it's a message I preach. I preach it everywhere I go, that we need to do new songs. There's a wave that's brewing up. There's a huge wave that's brewing up of young people who are full of new songs. There's a generation that wants to sing a new song. I liked one post that a guy called Musa put up. I shared a bit about how my dream is to encourage young people to write new songs, and he said there's a generation of young people who are not asking whose song can I sing, but what song must I write.
Wow.
So I thought that was profound. That generation just needs guidance. They need people who are there to help them and to give them opportunities to say, you know what, I can write songs. I cannot write songs for myself, but here's a gifted young person who writes beautiful music. Can I use your song? And then we start roping them in. So it's part of what we're going to be doing this year. We're going to be workshops all over the country about songwriting, about productions and so on, so that we can give them opportunity, platform. I never had anybody that believed this could be done. And I think it's only fair for me to help somebody so that we can grow it and make it big. But we dropped a second album that was also unconventional.
Absolutely.
And within that...
How's it doing, the second album?
Amazing. Within 2 weeks now. It took 2 months for Love and Grace to reach gold. It took 2 weeks for Heart of a King to reach gold. Love and Grace is almost double platinum. Heart of a King is almost platinum within a period of a month. So you can see the growth that has happened as well, but the grace as well. And people are loving it. And it is encouraging a lot of people to say, you know what, perhaps it's not a bad idea to have an album that has all new songs. That's my dream.
Wow.
That every shelf that's a Christian shelf, if you pick up an album, let it be filled with new songs. I think that the day that happens, my heart will be at peace that I've contributed to a move that got people to start writing new songs and putting out new albums. Because there's always something God is speaking. and we just need to interpret it in songs. Just like you don't preach the same message every Sunday for the whole entire decade. You listen to what God is saying at a particular time and speak that word. And there's nothing wrong with doing hymns, and I don't have a problem with it. But we must get to a point where most of our content is original content.
Absolutely, from the heart of God.
From the heart of God. So we've seen a journey of growth, literally, from that point. And we're going all over the country now, touring the whole nation. But the reception has been amazing. But this is what's more amazing, Pastor Phiri. The testimonies. They will blow your mind. You know, I listened to the testimonies and I actually realized this is so fulfilling. For somebody to come back and say, I was at a point where I wanted to kill myself. I had a song. For the first time, I heard about you. And I still have a lot of people saying, it was the first time I heard you today. And that song made me take a different decision.
Wow.
Or that song changed my life. I'm going through this, but this song has given me peace in the midst of this storm that I'm going through.
Powerful. Now, where are you currently?
Yeah.
You know, by the way, congratulations. How many awards did you get? 6?
Yeah, we got, well, it's been a beautiful 8 months since the release of Out of a Cake, Love and Grace. And we've got 12 awards.
Wow.
All in all. Six crowns.
Congratulations.
Yeah, 6 crowns and all the biggest crowns that you could get, which Artist of the Year and Song of the Year and Best Male, Best Worship Album and that in itself has broken records. Because you've got an album that has only new material, new content. And my feeling about it is just to prove that it does not need to be recycled for it to be a winning album. You can write new songs and still make it big. And so 12 awards, all in all, throughout the year. It was one of the most selling albums. It was, there's this and that. But the lives it has reached is what's really important to me. That we're able to contribute to people's lives through our gifts. And I engage with a lot of people now, more than I ever did outside this gift that one shares with people. Because it's giving your life. It's literally giving your life. I was laughing the other day that I can't even post my own opinions anymore about anything.
Yeah, I see, I know. Yeah.
You're very cautious. Like, even if you look at something and think, okay, you just can't comment because now you've become a social figure and you need to really be cautious about how you carry yourself because you're an example to people.
Absolutely.
And
sometimes you feel tempted to write about some stuff, but you can't.
You can't.
You keep it yourself.
You keep it yourself. And I think what I do is when moments like that come, I want to know how do I change this from a different platform where you can go and engage people on a personal level and say, don't you think we should try do this way? So there's always platforms to try and communicate things. It's just how you do it that's important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, Doc, I'm so blessed and honored to have you today on our program.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for allowing yourself to take time out from your busy schedule. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you once more.
Thank you very much.
To our viewers, it's very much important for you to know that God has special plans for your life. As I've been chatting to Dr. Tomi, it's amazing to see how God can pick you from nowhere and how God can promote you based on your faith in Him, based on the word which you harbor in your heart, and also based on your own convictions. Be consistent. Don't do what people are doing, but do what God is telling you to do. You can get hold of me on various social platforms. My Twitter handle is Pastor Phiri1, and you can like my page, Enoch Phiri, and my Instagram account is Enoch F. Phiri. Thank you for watching. God bless you till we meet next week. Stay blessed.